Hey, yo, peace to the family. Today's show is sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you're in the city of Tampa, you have the app called Booksy. Please download the app Booksy to your smartphone. Look up Foster's Barbershop, 1923 West Main Street, West Tampa, Florida, 33607. Download the app Booksy, book an appointment, and you can be one-on-one with the barber without any, long lines, no long waiting lists, not a lot of people in the barbershop. It's a tiki hut in the back, as well as a tiki bar with a bartender. You can get served drinks, and you can play golf in the back while you're waiting on your haircut if you choose to do that, or after the haircut. Download the app Booksy, book an appointment, Foster's Barbershop. Let's go. Now, I got a chance to look at the Caleb Plant fight in the Resendiz fight. As you guys know, Caleb Plant lost a split decision. Now, one thing I did notice about this fight, Caleb Plant always looked good in the beginning, but it seems like in the second half of the fight, he faded. He has issues and trouble with stamina. In this particular fight, I have to give I have to give Resendiz, the guy who beat Caleb Plant. I got to give him some props because they had a hell of a game plan, him and his training camp, and they stuck to it. They kept pressure on Caleb Plant all night long, worked behind the jab. That left hook couldn't miss. The right cross, caught him in the 6th round and stuff like that as well. This guy threw a lot of punches, and he kept that pressure on Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is looked upon as a pure boxer. Some would say he's a slick black fighter. I call him the only slick black fighter over there. Well, I call him my favorite slick black fighter at the PBC. You get what I'm saying? Because Caleb Plant stand on business. We know he slap motherfuckers. He don't give a damn. Ask Jamal Charlo. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So Caleb Plant, he looked kind of worn out, looked kind of tired, and it is what it is. Caleb Plant was a minus 2,500 favorite. He was a 25-1 favorite to win, minus 2,500. So this was a cherry pick going wrong. You get what I'm saying? They cherry picked this dude, Resendiz. It was supposed to be, okay, Caleb, you're going to go in there, beat him. Then after that, we're going to set the Jamal Charlo fight up. Now, Jamal Charlo had a easy layup. He fought cornflakes. He fought Frosted Flakes, Fruity Pebbles, Rice Krispies, Cocoa Puffs, whatever cereal it was that he fought last night, that's who he fought. You get what I'm saying? And he won pretty much basically off his jab because he always had an elite jab. But Jamal Charlo has a resume full of tomato cans. The biggest names he got on his resume is doggone J-Rock and Austin Trout. J-Rock was a unified champion for 5 minutes. Then he became unified champion. In the very next fight, he lost. So, and this is no shade to J-Rock, but but we got to look at it like it is. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, so you got one guy, and Jamal Charlo, who got a resume full of tomato cans, 17 years, he ain't fought nobody. And Caleb Plant, 25-1 favorite, and he lost last night in a split decision. So we got to sit back and see exactly what is going to be next for these guys. Me personally, I still think that they should go into the Caleb Plant and Jamal Charlo fight. I think that fight is a couple years too past due. That fight should have happened right when Caleb Plant slapped the shit out of Jamal Charlo. When Caleb Plant slapped Jamal Charlo, that's when that fight should have happened. When he slapped the taste out of his mouth and he called him a boy and he told him to come get you some. You know what I mean? That's when that fight should have happened. Now it don't kind of die down. Now I see that Jamal Charlo was on stage kissing Caleb Plant's ass, telling him how nice and sweet he is. Look at what Caleb Plant said right here. Caleb Plant is saying that, Jamal Charlo is, he's been on his best behavior. He's been very respectful. Everything is cool and Gucci now. So he slapped this dude so hard that, he got this nigga being respectful. He's bowing down. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And, Caleb Plant, he's a good fighter, but I just think that right now his legs look shot. I don't know, I don't know if he need to change trainers. I don't know if he need to change something that's going on in his camp, but he has to work on his stamina. He doesn't seem like he has good footwork. His footwork, be honest with you, his footwork kind of kept him in there, kept him from getting stopped. And his instincts to grab and hold and clinch when need be, you know what I mean? When Resendiz is coming with that pressure is dope. Now, I'm anxious to see what they're going to do next. I want to pivot a little bit to Edgar Berlanga. I noticed once Edgar Berlanga, Caleb Plant lost last night, Edgar Berlanga went on a Twitter rant. Let's look and see what Edgar Berlanga is talking about. As you can see right here, Edgar Berlanga is he did a retweet. He's calling Caleb Plant soft because of an interview that Caleb Plant did with Nigel of Cigar Talk, right? He's calling him soft. And then doggone and the fans are sitting there telling them, nah, you don't get a chance to call Caleb Plant out. You know what I mean? You know, because Caleb Plant, not Caleb Plant, but Edgar Berlanga's doing a celebration. They showing when he was in Puerto Rico. You know, Edgar Berlanga is the Prince of Puerto Rico, and they showing when he was in Puerto Rico and he was on a dirt bike and he did a celebration tour after losing to Canelo for 12 rounds. And then Edgar Berlanga posted another post saying that, you know, he's smoking on that Caleb Plant pack. Well, you know what I mean? You know, Ring Magazine and stuff like that. My question is this here. How are you going to say that you're smoking on the Caleb Plant pack when you did not beat Caleb Plant? Then Edgar Berlanga is saying, what you think I would have did to him? Yo, I'm Edgar Berlanga. You know, if that dude Resendiz, you know, beat him in a split decision, I would have knocked him out. I'm just saying, you have to understand, you know, I'm Edgar Berlanga. I got keys to the city. You know, I'm the king of New York. I'm the new face of Boston. I'm the new cash cow. I'm the Prince of Puerto Rico. So now we got to hear this from Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga, man, look, you still got a fight coming up with doggone Hamza Shiraz. Don't mess around and get caught up. You know, like Caleb Plant got caught up. It ain't no guarantee you're going to win that fight. Focus on that fight. Don't worry about Caleb Plant, because look here, you didn't fight Caleb Plant. And again, you know, I do hype up the Puerto Rican assassin. Sarcastically, it's a joke. But however, you got to understand, you did not beat Caleb Plant. You don't get a chance to come on here and say, yeah, I'm smoking on that Caleb pack as though you beat him. You don't enjoy a victory vicariously through another fighter's work ethic. You get what I'm saying? That could have been you in there fighting doggone Caleb Plant. You chose not to fight Caleb Plant. Resendiz was a cherry pick going wrong by the PBC, and now he upset the apple cart. But for Edgar Berlanga, this is to you, Edgar, for you to sit back and get hyped up off of another man's work because a fighter who you don't like lost as though you were the one that beat him, you don't get a chance to do that, sir. You didn't beat him. You didn't get in the ring with him. Remember that. So anyways, man, what do you guys think, man, about Caleb Plant losing? He lost to a cherry pick, 25-1 favorite. He was a minus 2,500 favorite to win that fight. And he lost. Give a shout out to Resendiz. Do you guys still want to see the Jamal Charlo versus Caleb Plant fight? I do. I want to see the boy from Lafayette, Louisiana, Jamal, the shit man Charlo, get in the ring with Caleb Plant, the slick black fighter, and see can he get redemption for being slapped. Called the boy and told him to come get some. Slap the Kuta Kente out that nigga. Anyways, I'll holler at you guys. Tell me what do you think. Hate, like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on.